What is going on, y'all? Smash Mouth Dipper back here for some Florida fishing. So, finally back at Florida, which I'm so happy to be back to Florida. So yeah, pretty much finally got all the money to fish Florida again. Had to sell a lot of bait coins. Uh, we had about 60. I had to sell a bunch. I was just not going to sit in Lone Star Lake anymore. Not catching anything there. Tried Mudwater, wasted 1,200. Wasted about $1,600 there for no reason. Only made 1,100 of it back. So we lost $500 there. Made that 500 back at Lone Star, and then some. Got to like 7,000, and then I was just like, well, we're just gonna buy Bitcoin, or we're just gonna sell Bitcoins to turn a profit and just go to Florida. So now that we have the 1,200, we'll look at the fish species in Florida. This is garbage. We're not going to be touching this at all. So we won't touch this rod and reel. We won't touch this one or this one. We'll just be focused on number 2, which is going to be the Cosmocast 6.3 Sport. It's a heavy, it's a power heavy, it's an extra heavy rod. Line weight goes up to about, I think, what's it, 12 to 50 and a half. But we'll be talking about all of that. So we're going to start building. First step to this process, I guess. All I'm trying to do is make sure that y'all have a great time in Florida, and these are the top tips and tricks to make that happen. I've won a lot of tournaments in Florida. Bass tournaments in Florida are awesome. So I hope to, now being on PS4, playing the game on PS4 instead of PC, that we can get some PS4 tournament wins as well, other than that. So hopefully we get some tournament wins on PS4. We think we have about, what was the last time I looked at Florida? I think we have about 30 something tournament top 3s in Florida alone. And then I think Michigan, I forget how many I have in Michigan. Hold on, I'll read your comment. I had to pull it up here. Just give me 1 second here. Well, I might be able to pull it up. If it'll let me. Okay. Well, apparently it doesn't want me to see it. There we go. What's up, Sabi? Appreciate that, buddy. Alright, anyway. So, just tips and tricks for Florida. It's pretty simple. What I like to do before I go on a trip, any trip, is I like to sit here and before you go on any trip at all, my number one favorite thing to do is it takes a little bit of time, especially if you have a very messy inventory like I did. I had like 60 different lures that I just cleaned out before we started the stream, but I cleaned all the lures and everything out other than the baits. Cleaned most of the baits out. I can't fit anything else in the home storage pretty much. I just have way too much clutter and way too much stuff, so we're gonna have to start getting rid of some things, especially because we're not going to be touching Lone Star anymore. We're not going back to Lone Star. Mudwater, hopefully we don't go back to Mudwater. We might do a video or something there. North Carolina won't touch. New York won't touch. Michigan, we're about to unlock Michigan on the PS4, so we'll be going there a lot. Actually, I got on the played it on the computer, and Michigan is a lot different on PC than it is on PS4. That's what I've noticed. I've bought the Pawn Pass, and it was not a lot, but a little bit different. Colorado, we won't go there. We'll go there eventually for trout, but just for future references, we're definitely going to be back in Alaska. Alaska's the money. Alaska's money. So we'll do a. Pretty much, we have to cover all these. I'll start with Florida today, and then later streams we'll do the other lakes as well. Lone Star is not going to be one of those, unfortunately, because it's just pointless. Why? There's no tips or tricks really in Texas. I mean, Texas is throw the line out and catch a fish. I mean, that's pretty much all it is. Tips and tricks that you could actually use would be in Florida, which Florida's going to be nice because it's going to be a cloudy day, a lot of bass on that cloudy day. I'm looking forward to day 2 in Florida as well. But let's just talk about these tips and tricks. We'll sidetrack about all that other stuff later on. But for now, got the inventory cleaned out. Again, we won't be using 1, 3, or 4. 5, 6, 7 aren't even a thing. 3 and 4, these are the best 2 rods and reels in the game, but we're not going to be using them. But yeah, 3 and 4 are the best rods and reels in the game. But number 1 is just a crappy thing that I used for Texas to get the money to go to Florida again. Okay, so we'll go to number 2. Number 2 is what we're looking at. That's what we're worried about. Sabi, I do play. Well, you retracted the message. I do play on PC. Alright. So, Fish Planet. Yes, Sabi. I know that. I seen it the first time, but I'll answer it the second time. I don't know if you meant to do that or not. Alright. First things first. Clear out your inventory. Get everything good to go. You can put your line on there, which we'll talk about that in a second. Go look at the fish species, figure out what you want to catch, the money makers, and well, not only money makers, but the fun fish to catch are going to be the tarpon. It's not a money maker, but it's fun to catch, so we'll be catching that with shad and spinnerbaits. Red drum, they're fun to catch with the medium spoons, and every now and then you'll get a crankbait. I catch them a lot on frogs, walkers, poppers, and bass jigs. Mostly bass jigs. And this game, this is why I like it on the computer better, because you can highlight over everything. You don't have to use this controller. Mouth, pretty much walkers, poppers, cranker, walkers, pop, given. Get out of here. That's what I want to do. And not going to try to catch a bowfin, but we might get them. Which I don't really like catching bowfin though, because typically you only get about 5 or 6 pound bowfin out of here. Alright, so what we're going to do is home storage. Let me go read your comment real quick. I play with the mouse, not the controller. Okay. So we'll look at the different bass jigs. Go ahead and we'll take all 3 of them. All the full size, not the minis. Don't worry about taking minis there. We'll take all the full sizes. We're going to take this medium spoon, both medium spoons. We're going to take the bullet spinners. We'll take pretty much every bullet spinner in here. Spinner bait, that's not at all what I want. We'll take 2 more. Let's take these 2. I can't remember what was the other thing that we needed. I don't know if I need a single spoon or anything like that. I don't think we do. I don't remember ever using single spoon. Narrows. Casting spoon. That's about it. Okay. So, no singles. This is kind of garbage. I don't even need this. This is a waste of space. Yeah, we don't have any narrows that I want to take anyway. Alright, crankbaits. We do need to take these. So we'll take that one. Take this one. We're gonna end up taking a lot of cranks. Definitely want that 6 foot. So a lot of cranks, 2-aught poppers, not really what I need at all. But we'll take a frog with us. We'll take 1 frog of, take 3 of them. Take 1 of these. We'll take 1 walker. Don't really ever use them. And we'll look at these right here. So we'll take a 6, 2 5s, we'll take a 3 shad, take a 4 shad, we'll take the natural color nymph, and we'll take a odd color. We'll take a 6-aught, take an 8-aught, take a 4-aught, take a 3, 6, 8, 3, and 4. I'm gonna double check them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We don't need any of that, don't need any of that. Alright, so now we'll check our backpack out. See what we got in here. We got all our spinner baits that we need. We got all our bass jigs that we need. We got all our crankbaits. I just want to make sure we got all these jig heads. 6, 8, 4, 3. Alright. Now I would really like to do. Look at these tubes. I'm not a fan of the tubes. So what I would like to look at would be, let's look at a grub. Grub would be nice. Grub wouldn't be too bad, too bad. Okay, so I do have crawl. Just very small crawl. These are the night crawls. Here's the newts, or the lizards. I call them lizards, but they're newts. Excuse me. Sorry, Sabi, I didn't see your message, buddy. No, I'm definitely going to use the poppers here and there. I don't use them too often, but I do use them. Alright, let me go look at the map one more time. I just want to see here. It's been so long that I've been in Florida. I know the basic stuff that I bring, but there's also things that I would like to try out. One of those things are gonna be crawl and crays. Crawl and crayfish. So I can use either or. So we'll actually sell. We'll sell a couple Bitcoins. Just because. I do want to like these bass jigs again too. So these are all the 4-aughts. Dang, those are expensive. But they're number 6 hooks, so they are for big boys. So I can get a number 4. Oh my lord, they're expensive. So we're definitely going to be upgrading the bass jigs when we get there. For sure. But that'll be for later on. Top water. Let's go look at the frogs. Biggest frog you can get is a frog popper. I hate them. I like to walk the frogs, but not really anything beyond that. Spinnerbait would be really nice. I could buy one if I didn't screw it up. They go from 2 to 4. Spinnerbaits would be so nice to have. You literally don't have to do anything with them, and they are crazy good. Alright, we're going to use the crawls and creatures though. We need a crawl and a cray. Crawl and a cray. We're going to go with a... We'll go with a 2.5-inch crawl. I could finish that off right now, just use that. But I'm not going to. 370 for that. 370 for that. Okay. Now we should be good. We got the crawl and the cray. They fit in number 2s and they fit in number 4. Fit in number 2s through 4. My bad. So we'll be using number 3 with those. Which we do need to find another number 3. We need another number 3 that's heavier. Alright, so we'll go find a number 3 that's heavier. Number 3, that's not heavy enough. Cast will be short. Cast will be short off of that. Okay. Well, that's what we're going to start with anyway. But cast is going to be short off of that. Okay. What about this? Yeah, so pretty much the cast is going to be short off of anything that I throw out there. So pretty much when the cast is going to be short, we'll just throw it on that other, on the other rod and reel. Well, we'll hit this bass jig. This, it's 1/4 ounce. I'm going to keep it in there. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do, okay, so it's gonna go short regardless. It doesn't matter what it goes on. We'll put it on that, but it doesn't hardly make a difference. We're gonna start with a number 3, and we'll be good. All right. Okay, so it doesn't want me to buy it. So we're gonna go in here, we gotta get Floridas. And off we go. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, here we go. Straight to Florida. Make the money. Make the money. It's got $1,000 just for go. Fuck it. Okay. Channel. We're in prime time. It's a little cloudy out. Alright. Here we go. Alright, so pretty much the prime fishing spots for bass are in here and back up in there, as well as over in this area. So your best bet is to cast about halfway. I really hate the new mechanism that they decided that they thought was a great idea. Because it is really trash. Literally all they did was make it. Oh fuck. It's a 4-pound bass. 4-pound bass about broke the line. That's crazy. We're using a 17-pound line right now. Sabi, I'm not a pro Fishing Planet player, no. However, I have been playing this game since it has come out, as well as I've won probably more tournaments and competitions than anybody else on PS4. This is the best game. I play Call of Duty and other games like that, Battlefield, and yes, I'm very good at those games. However, this game, for some reason, and maybe it's because I fish in real life, which, to say the least, saying that real life is like a video game, it's nowhere true, but playing this game and having a knowledge about how fish work and everything else and what they try to do in this game, I don't know, this game just clicks for me. I just know pretty much everything about it. That I might as well just be a pro Fishing Planet player. What do you mean by that, Sabi? There it is again. So these bass are worth a lot of money. There's the first trophy of the day. It's not unique, but it's a trophy. These bass are worth so much money. It's ridiculous. In the first 5 or 10 minutes so far, we've caught 3, but we almost have $1,000 just off of 3 fish. Not even just in the same spot. Not even moved. Pretty much what I'm trying to do here is I'm throwing my line down and I'm just trying to lift and drop and work my way past those lily pads right there. So my goal here my main goal here is to make all of my money back that I spent. Which I'm going to teach y'all the trick to that. It's pretty simple. It's pretty self-explanatory by itself of how to make your money back from a trip and get the most out of a trip that you can. Okay, that's gonna be a fail cast. What's going on, Douglas? How you doing this morning? Um, but we'll do this cast real quick. We'll do this cast and then I'll explain how to make your money back in Florida. All of it, not just the travel costs. I'm talking license and all 12,000 back. We'll talk about your finances and how to guarantee you that you're gonna get everything back that you spent coming here. I really hate the new mechanism in this game. The lift and drop used to be so much better than what it is now. Hell yeah, Bubba, I feel you. See, the lift and drop for me used to be stop and go till you get her to sink, just to get the attention and move the line in, and then do this, which it still works a little bit, but it doesn't. It just doesn't feel like it used to. No, but we'll get something off of it. Here's the second trophy of the day. Same spot, same fish. So pretty much you're just trying to throw your line out there. I like to just stop and go, let her sink, stop and go, let her sink about 2 or 3 times. So I can get her to the point where, see, the reason for the stop and go is it moves that line. See, once you get close, it doesn't work. Reason for the stop and go for me is because I don't throw this line very far. Yes, I have 347 feet of line on this pole, but I can only cast 72 feet out. Well, probably about 75, give or take. But that's not the point. The point that I'm trying to make off of it is that stop and go. It pulls that line closer into that lily pad channel in the middle, and it just allows me to get their attention off the bat before the lift and drop stops. So now we'll try to fish out here. I catch a lot of butterfly bass, and I actually caught my unique out there. If y'all aren't familiar with the unique that we caught, we actually caught the world record in the unique. Right there. Well, not the world record, but the world record for the week. Yeah, man, I stopped playing Fishing Planet for a little bit there. But I've been getting back into it. I've been doing some competitions and stuff, trying to win some competitions and just getting back. I had a lot of people would say, "Oh, we want to see more Fishing Planet stuff. Show us more Fishing Planet stuff." So I decided to get back into it again and just catch these fish. I mean, it's relaxing. Just sitting here throwing the line out. So pretty much, just right here though, in this lily pad channel, man. Especially if you get a lucky as me with that partly cloudy day for bass. It's nice. And literally all you're gonna do is just sit here and we had a bump on it. When I get close like this, I try to do like the stop and go. It's kind of pointless because they're not really ever going to come in that close to you. However, it's nice when you can just rip one out of the water right there. I love it. Alright, we're gonna let that drop. That was the one. Try not to focus too much on that, try not to focus too much on that lower animation on your screen. So most of the time that thing's off anyway. A lot of times I'll watch it when it's deeper out there, just to get the basis going. But those little dots, I mean, they play a role, but not really. Just get a feel for what you're doing. Once you get muscle memory of how you're performing it, it just comes natural. Of course, your eyes are going to wander over there every now and then, but the big thing is, see, when I'm out here, I'm watching it all the way till about here or here. About right here, I stop watching it. And I just watch the water around it. That's about the best thing that you can do. But now we'll come over here. We'll throw this line out over here this time. We'll give those fish over there a break. Wouldn't be surprised if we did catch a fish on this side. It's going to be that butterfly pecan. Or that butterfly bass. Pecan bass. It's usually what I always get over here. If anything at all. Then you're going to have that slow moment too. Like I'm starting to get. Don't stress over it. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just trying this 2-speed out again. It's just not gonna happen. So pretty much, I mean, just keep on moving around. And that's all I did. I cast it way to the left, so I'm gonna have to pull way to the, or cast it way to the right, so I'm gonna have to pull way to the left. Try to get this lure to come back this way. Okay, it's about that time that we switch out. So what we do now is we switch to the 4-0. We'll go to the 4-0. Where we can cast it a little bit further. You guys really just don't want to bite. A little bit too far to the left. There it is. I knew he was on it. Alright. Alright. If y'all see me flash the screen like that, it's just because I'm checking to see what the time is. The screen goes like blue or whatever real fast. Alright. I think it's time we try to hit down there a little bit. Now that we can actually hit it. Yep. I don't think there's... Yeah, they're a little bit different. But not to a point where it's a crazy difference. Yep, that ain't gonna work. Okay, well, we can get it to work on this one. I like to call this jig the cleanup crew. Reason for that is if there is a smaller bass that will take it, This will clean those smaller bass up as well. It doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Alright. Got a plan for that though. Get rid of the jigs completely. See if we can get this frog to cast. We can. Got the frog to cast and we got one off the frog. Good stuff. It's all about switching lures. If you ain't catching something with one thing, pull that lure out, man. Change your lures up. Frog's easy too. You just literally sit here, reel in at one speed, and just flick it a couple times here and there. There it is. We'll let it sit. Got bass chasing it. I can't read that. Sorry. I'm not quite sure what that says. Don't be afraid to play with it too. If you know there's a fish there, just slow it down. That's what I'm saying. That whole 1, 2, 3 little dot thing, it don't matter. That does not matter. If there's a fish trying to bite it, just slow it down. Don't be afraid to slow your reeling down a little bit. It's really not a big deal. There it is. If you know the fish are coming, hit them. Hey, top water fishing is my favorite type of fishing. Yeah, I love the spinner baits and I love the jigs, but top water is something like catching something off the top water baits. The fun thing about the top water baits is you get the fish to come to the top of the water and you can actually see them. Nothing wrong with that. This is gonna be a good one. Oh, that's a hog. 6-pounder. Still not that 15-pounder that we got, but we had that fish come all the way out here. That big boy was hungry. He was hungry for him a frog. I like to slow it down about right there. That's why. Give these smaller fish a chance. By the way, anytime that they add new baits or something, new lures, typically means that that's what the fish are going to want. That's a nice fish. We're getting a lot of trophies out of here. 59 pounds of bass and it ain't even 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. We're gonna try to get them to come this way. switch off. Try to hit these poppers. Yeah, they like the popper over there. And just a heads up, if y'all plan on fishing any tournaments or anything, your best bet is to get familiar with every type of lure. Get familiar with everything. Top water, jigs, whatever it may be. If you can get good with everything in this game, you'll be fine. Top water baits, frogs, poppers, walkers, anything like sunken lures like crawls, crays, grubs, worms, anything like that. I mean, we haven't even... No, we got Bass Guru. We've literally just touched 3 different baits. Poppers, frog, and the jig. Yep, he likes it. There's an 8-pounder. I just want to look and see how many trophies we've got so far. We started at 5 a.m. It's getting into 7 a.m. so we're at the bottom of the peak hour. We're getting to the point where it's almost done. We got $5,000 worth of fish out of 18 fish in the first 2 hours of the game. 110 pounds of fish already. These are just bass, let alone. Only 3 2-pounders. Plenty of 3-pounders. Couple of 4-pounders. But the trophies... 4, 5 trophy fish. 4.9, 5.4, 5.6, 6.7, and an 8. So with that $5,000, that alone paid for the license. The license is paid for at this point. Then we got $1,000 when we came here. So $1,000 is great. So really, we got $6,000. $6,000 sitting right there. So we're halfway home from paying for this trip in the first day. Once the trip's paid for, I'm happy. This is Florida money right here, man. You can't beat Florida money. There's really nothing like Florida money. It's a great experience. You catch a lot of fish. So like some of the other places where sure you make a lot of money but you're not really catching all that many fish. You follow these tips, man, I'm telling you, y'all will be so successful at Florida. And I guarantee you, at least 30%, 40, maybe even 50% of you that have come into the stream so far have said that you hated Florida. And a lot of you are here because you wanted tips for Florida. Because of the fact that you just don't have all that much luck here. But you just been missing a few key steps, I guarantee you. Y'all already had a good idea about how this worked. You just needed a few extra key things to get you there. Playing PC and bringing PC knowledge to the PS4 is probably the best thing ever. Especially because the people that I made on here are great people. Like in the PS4 communities and stuff. I mean, I've sat down for hours, taking hours of my day, just a one-on-one fish with somebody, teaching them, you know, what I'm trying to show y'all here. So, I mean, it's fun. Alright. We're not going to touch crankbaits here. What we are going to do is go into the inventory, because we're running out of time on that. Alright, so we'll put that 4 out on there. So we'll take the worm in here. is right there. The worm's a little bit harder to catch fish off of, especially with a 4-aught hook. Pretty much all you gotta do with the worm though, it's fairly simple. Just reel it in while you pull it back, and you'll twitch with it. Give it a little bit of a lift and drop at the end, just to get its attention. I like the worm fish, the artificial worms. It's more of a challenge than some of the other lures. So you can twitch and lift and drop with the worm, it doesn't really matter. I find that the twitch works the best though. There's another trophy. I'll wait about 2.5 seconds between twitching. But it works good. The worm is one of the harder things to catch fish off of though, so keep that in mind. I'm gonna try to throw a shad in here, just to see what I can get with it. try to throw this out there. Yeah, we got something on there. Is that the butterfly? Yeah, there's a trophy. I was not expecting to get a trophy butterfly. Alright, let's see how much money we got now. $6,500. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, so since we're coming to the down peak, we'll go over here to Salty Delta. Have some fun over here. There's some fun fish to catch over here. For sure. We do need to switch to a crankbait. You know what? We'll try this out one time. We'll play with this. For a while, I've actually never used shad over here. I just want to see if something will bite it. I don't think anything will bite a shad over here. I don't even remember what I catch over here. Tell you what, we will try out. We'll try this crawl. I wonder, actually. That's what takes the nymph. So a tarpon will take a shad. Well, in the case that a tarpon will take a shad, pretty sure I can catch a tarpon over here. So in that case, what we're going to try to do here, let's throw this out there a little bit. don't see it happening. Not right here, I don't see it happening. So what I do see happening though is these crankbaits being brought out. Starting with this one. I like to throw it over there. Oh, we got something on there. Probably a snook. I figured it was. It's usually what I catch right here. Is a snook. Thing about the snook is they really don't hit that hard. Try to switch it out. Okay. Another thing I'd like to try would be we could try a crankbait here just to see. kind of at the downtime right now, so I'm just kind of playing with a few things. One of those few things are going to be. I know there's some gar right here. I've caught them here before. Shads and crankbaits. So that's what we're going to be looking to use here. So we'll use number 4 with number 4. There it is. Not quite sure what it is, but it's something. It's probably. Yep. I figured as much. Oh, Lord. Try to float and... Oh, man. Try to put this crawfish back on there. Oh, Lordy. Alright, y'all. If y'all want to, you don't have to, but if y'all have a headset, feel free to add my account, which is right there where my money and stuff is. Tommy2017. If you have a headset, feel free to add my account, and I'll do some live events and stuff with y'all, competitions. I'll do one-on-ones and stuff like that with y'all. One-on-one fishing sessions, and if you got any questions you like to ask me personally in the game, about what's the best rod and reel setups or anything like that, just shoot me a friend request, and I do like to try to play with the stream viewers and stuff like that. But I'd like for y'all to have a headset though, because it's just easier to communicate that way. And preferably a decent one so I can actually hear what y'all are saying. But regardless, other than that, I'm gonna hop off of here and try to get some stuff done on my own, so I'm not trying to sit here and not catch anything. But yeah, we'll do more Florida fishing later on today. I'll be streaming some more Florida fishing, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, and also leave a comment. Let me know if you enjoyed it or not, if you have a moment to comment on it. But other than that, y'all be good. I appreciate y'all coming, and I had fun, but I don't want to sit here and bore y'all to death with me not doing anything at all.